Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Okay, so we've got Arejay and Lzzy Hale from Halestorm.
Hey guys.
Thanks so much for talking to us at hardrockhaven.net.
Hey, good to see you again, man.
We'll start with the first question. So, Here's to Us ended up on Glee. My wife makes me watch that show. So, it's occasionally on. You know, it's got its moments, but how did that come together? I mean, that's huge exposure.
They contacted some of the people at our label and said that they had kind of heard the song through tricklings. We were about to put out an EP with the song on it, and it's so funny because they came back and were like, we love the song, we want to use it for our winter finale, and I'm thinking, there's 3 words in this song that you absolutely cannot put on Glee. Yeah. So went in and did a clean version for them, and they put it into the script, and it was very strange. And we had never watched Glee. So when Glee night came around and the finale came around, we went to the offices in New York City and Atlantic Records, and we had like a party, and my A&R guys, 2 little girls, are giving me like the blow-by-blow. This 11-year-old and 13-year-old are like, so she hates him, and that's why they're not talking. Like, gave me the all the drama, and it was really cool to see. Yeah, it was really weird to see these kids covering your song. Yeah. They're singing a boy band meets Broadway.
And they arranged the script kind of around the song too, and it's crazy because they thought of a completely different spin on what the song's about. Whatever it meant to them, that's what they wrote about.
Yeah, it's very.
It wasn't
cool.
even close to what we were thinking when we wrote it, so it was
it's like a graduation thing, cool. Wasn't it?
Yeah,
It's
one of those moments.
It's like, well, you can really take it in so many different ways,
Yeah, we did kind of realize that at that moment. We're just like, wow, this song has so much more potential than we thought it did, and that song in particular was actually kind of. It wasn't even meant to be on the record. We had already had all of our entire lineup of songs done, and we wrote this song just about
you wrote that in like 10 minutes, right?
Yeah. Oh no, my experience about being with the guys, and we've been together a long time, and it was just kind of this. Every time we go, we celebrate the good times as well as the bad times. So anytime we were going through a particularly low time, we would celebrate it anyway because it's about the journey for us. And so anyway, you write this song about that, and then all of a sudden it's like, I don't know, you just realize that.
It can't be about graduation or about friendship.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Well, Wolfgang Van Halen.
Yeah.
Van Halen.
How did he end up on that track?
It was Halloween, and we're friends with some of his mutual friends, like Mark Tremonti from all the Alter Bridge guys, really, and he's really good friends with them. So we were hanging out with them, and Wolf came over to our apartment a couple times to hang out. And it was Halloween day, and we were going to this Halloween party with him later that night. And he was, coming up to meet up with us, and we're like, hey, you want to just pick us up at the studio? We can roll over there later from the studio. And he's like, sure. So he shows up, and the 3 of us guys, me and Joe and Josh, are about to go up and do the gang vocal parts, the male parts. And he rolls in, and we're like, hey, you want to just come up here and sing with us? Because we're pretty sure you have some talent, considering your genetic background, because he's a shredder on guitar, on drums and bass, and he can sing like an angel, so so we were up there, and we were just singing and goofing off and just making stupid jokes and cracking each other up, and our poor engineer behind the board was just like, oh God, come on, we just want to finish this today.
Well, it sounded like you guys were having fun.
Oh, we had a blast, and the whole song is about that anyway. So it was really cool.
It fits. So you had the covers EP, the Reanimate. Did any of the artists that you covered on that EP ever let you know what they thought about your versions?
We heard from Sebastian Bach and the guys from Skid Row, and they really liked it.
We also heard from Axl,
and he did not like it.
We won't mention that.
All the guys from Guns N' Roses gave the okay, but somebody failed to mention that Axl had not yet given the okay. So so that's why we're not selling them anymore. We can't sell them anymore because he said no, and which is his total right. But at the same time, it was a slight misunderstanding.
Yeah, I think the label messed up there.
Who knows?
Who knows what fault it was?
But the cool thing
Skid Row guys were great though. Come in. Oh, someone's at the door. Should I go see who it is? Oh, it's lady with our liquor.
Oh, liquor.
This is an important moment.
The very important moment. Oh, thanks.
Well, you can't sell it,
Yeah.
but you can perform it.
But we can perform it
With Slash.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. And the cool thing was that we ended up doing 2 dates with Slash.
While we're here, who wants some
you
some
go.
Irish whiskey?
Oh, tell them we're doing.
Our writer just showed up, so
very nice.
It's gonna be a really fun interview from here on out. Stay tuned.
We played 2 shows with Slash overseas, one in London and one in Amsterdam. And our first show in London, you know, the guys come up to me and he comes up and he's like, you know, do you want to? I heard your song, you know, you're out to get me. And I really love that version. He's like, would you want to come up and play with us? And I'm like, of course. Duh.
Yeah.
Oh wait, let me think about that. No, it was very cool, and so I ended up singing. I was so nervous, and then we did sound check, and you know, just goofing off, and
seeing Slash mess up his own solo was really, really hilarious.
He was so sweet.
You're just like, I'll figure it out later.
He's like, I haven't played this in like 15 years, so just bear with me, you know. And but yeah, dude, he nailed it, and I think I went into like rockstar mode for like the first half of it, and like totally like blacked out, didn't know what was going on. Then like in the middle part where he's doing a solo right next to me,
like, oh, Slash,
I'm
right
losing my mind right now. What's going on? It was so cool. Slash is standing right there. No, it was awesome.
That was
That
cool
all worked out.
to see her sing with the guy that actually
The man.
wrote,
Oh,
the
yeah.
man himself.
That's
insane.
Perfect movie.
Miles was cool too.
Yeah,
He was
Miles
awesome.
was amazing.
What was he doing on stage?
He just goofing
just
around.
like tambourine or?
I told him, he said,
He's the dancer.
Well, Lzzy, you've done a few guest spots on a couple recent albums. Got Shine Down, Blackstone Cherry, Adrenaline Mob. Do you have anything else in the?
Always. You know what?
Did you mention the
mix?
super secret one?
No, not yet.
Okay,
not
there's
yet.
a super secret
Super
one,
secret one that
but a
you'll
big
find.
one
Yeah.
that's coming out later that you'll see. Stay tuned.
The cool
Have
thing
some Irish whiskey.
about nearly all of
Stay
these
tuned.
situations, actually all of them, is, I mean, you get to know these guys, and then they, you know, say, hey, you know, actually, Blackstone Cherry was funny. That was totally unplanned, because we were visiting them while they were making their record, and Chris comes up to me, he's like, you know, there's some harmonies, some high harmonies, and you know, that we can't really hear. Would you like to do something? And I'm like, sure, you know, just let me know, and I'll pop in. He's like, no, girl, there's a microphone right there. We're gonna do this right now. So yeah, so ended up being
no pressure.
Yeah, I can't do his accent,
girl.
But
oh, come on, man.
and like Shine Down have been family forever, so that was just kind of natural for us to try to do some stuff together. The Adrenaline Mob thing was awesome. We got to know Mike Portnoy when he was touring with Avenged Sevenfold. What tour was that?
Uproar.
Uproar. That was Uproar.
Yeah. In
What was that,
2010.
That was the one here. Yeah.
It was right. No, it was Uproar.
It was Uproar? Okay.
With Disturbed and Avenged.
Across the street.
Yeah, right across the street.
Yeah, and that was fun.
Yeah,
He's a really
sweet
great guy.
We exchanged numbers, and then while we were making our record out in
Legend, too.
California,
Legendary.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we were making our record.
I'm sure you can appreciate it.
He started.
Totally, yeah. Watched him every night.
Yeah, you did.
Sorry.
With your jaw open.
Yeah, no, I got to actually sit behind him while he was playing, so I learned a lot of that story.
Yeah,
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, you know, because he started calling me. I kept missing it because I was in the studio till the wee hours in the morning.
Straight up
so
calling
playing,
me. Yeah.
Playing phone tag. And, yeah, and then you're like, why is he calling my
Mike
sister?
Portnoy's calling. Sweet. Hey, Mike. He's like, hey, what's going on, Arejay? Oh, not much. Like, hey, where's your sister at?
Oh, womp womp.
Hang on. What am I, the secretary?
Yeah. No, it was cool. And
But
then,
no, it was awesome.
Yeah, ended up, you know, doing it for him, and they sent me the files, and ended up recording it in my engineer's basement. You know, it was really cool, man. I mean, what a challenge, you know, to sing against the stylings of Mr. Portnoy.
Yeah.
And that whole band is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Very
Absolutely.
technical. Totally different than playing with me, which is not technical at all. Just very
It is
beastly.
challenging.
Going from a
You're all
beastly
feel,
drummer
though,
to
I
a
mean.
technical drummer must be challenging.
Beastly.
You're more of a thud.
I was curious when this came out. You had the EP "Hello, It's Miss Hyde." Prior to the, what can you explain the decision to release some of the songs? I mean, it wasn't that big of a space in between them, or
No,
was it just to get them out there? Or?
That was more impatience on our part.
And it was also having the song on Glee. We wanted
that makes sense,
because that was a whole new audience to us as well. You know, like all the Gleeks out there are kind of, you know, they're more pop fans. Like, there's not too many rock fans that watch that show.
Yeah.
So it was really cool for like a whole new audience to find out who we were, and we wanted to have something out there on iTunes of our own recordings that people could find. So that also pushed the EP forward.
Our fans had waited long enough, and we felt like, oh man, when the Glee thing comes out, they're going to be really pissed off at us that we're not.
All that on
we have to
iTunes
wait
is a Glee
more.
version.
And so we ended up wanting to put that out there. And it was kind of cool once the Glee thing happened. We watched it climb to #1 on the iTunes chart.
Yeah, we actually beat Adele.
We beat Adele for 30
for 15 seconds. No, yeah, 30 seconds.
It was
30, even more.
I snapped it on my phone. I'm like,
which is a victory in itself, right there. It was
That's
like,
good.
oh, we're #1, and now we're back to #2. But it was glorious.
I know we talked to Rock and Rage, and you said that with this new album, you didn't really overthink things like you did with the first record. That was very calculated, and there were certain.
I think we were nervous the first record too. You know, we were just like, oh, we've never really been in this big studio and big record producer, big first record, and we need the hits, and So I think with this record, we just, I don't know. I think it was a combination of us not having a hell of a lot of time to get everything together, and just
having the touring experience too.
Yeah. We had more of an idea of what people deserved from us, what our fans deserved from us, and just took the mind out of it. I remember there was one day where we were jamming, remember? And then all of a sudden I ended up like singing in a paper towel roll, remember?
We got
artsy.
It's
very weird Pink Floyd-y situation, and we were like, okay,
we weren't even on
let's get back to work.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of fun. We did.
It was a lot easier having and a lot of the songs are written about the fans and the people that we've met and experienced with on the road. Songs like Rock Show and Freak Like Me, those are like pretty anthemic about the crazy rock fans and the crazy circus that's out there.
It was neat. We felt really connected to. We still, even though we were off the road, we felt really connected to our fans. Not just through Twitter and Facebook and stuff like that, but we ended up getting physical letters to the studio. I don't know how they got the studio's address, but like physical letters, and they were so cool. And I don't know. It was one of those things that really fueled a lot of the inspiration.
And also we had a deadline. Like we couldn't
spend
spend 2 years making
thank
this
God
one.
we had a deadline.
And I think it really forced us to be creative on the fly. I think because we actually got to go in the studio the day after we got off tour and just cranked out the heaviest riffs we could think of.
Very good, very good.
I'm rambling.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. Is it ever surreal? I mean, you guys have been in this band for quite some time. You two especially. Is it ever surreal just looking back to the way, the way it was when you started? You got your dad on bass, and I mean, like, it's come a long way.
It's all over YouTube.
Yeah, a couple different chapters of Halestorm, and it is. He and I especially kind of turn to each other every now and then, can you believe we're still doing this?
And we still have the same band name since
with the same band name.
That's impressive.
Yeah,
it's weird. It's funny. It's cool.
It's neat though. It's I think that with us, the goal was always just to chase whatever's happening next. What do you think is going to happen? If we go through this door, these opportunities present themselves, and then it's what you do with them, and it spider webs out from there. So it's definitely very surreal. I think we're as crazy as our grandparents thought we were.
I think we're the crazy kids that never grew out of it. We just can't imagine doing anything else.
We can't do it. I'm a terrible waitress. Horrible. I don't have a backup plan.
But we're not going to stop. So.
What's next for the band?
Ooh.
Touring?
Yeah,
or?
more touring.
Our
pretty much the whole rest of the year's booked. We got our first European headline tour after the Carnival tour,
which is completely sold out right now.
Yeah, it was the whole of UK dates are sold out except for Newcastle, which because they moved us up to a bigger venue.
It's not a bad thing.
Yeah, but then we go to fly from. I think we're doing some Russia shows, and then we're going from Russia to Japan, and then Japan back here to do another headline tour in this moment, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so
I'm not sure it's announced yet. That might not happen, actually.
Nobody said to not say anything. So.
But, we think that's probably going to happen.
No, yes. It's really, it's a cool thing for us just from a business standpoint to see that we're booked through the end of the year, whereas on the last album cycle, the entire cycle, we didn't really know where we were going next until halfway through whatever tour we were on. So it's definitely an accomplishment to.
You guys want to say hi to Josh?
Schedule.
Well, of
Come
course.
say hi, Josh.
Hey, Josh.
Hi, Josh. Oh, there he is.
There he is. There he
There
goes.
he goes.
Hey, well, thanks so much for your time.
Anytime.
It's been a pleasure, as always.
Anytime, anything you need.
Anything you'd like to say to your fans out there?
Wow.
Millions of fans.
Thank you for
Dude.
still letting us do this.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know, man. I mean, I say this a lot, but I mean, we've accomplished a lot as a band, and we're able to do that because of you guys. So, thank you so much for being our enablers to this crazy lifestyle.
And we'll keep on doing it if you guys keep on liking us.
Sounds good. Well, thanks again.